Ladder, we'll get a check of that live ladder shortly. Hawthorn had a big win today to almost catch them on percentage. Harper kicks it out to the wing, and they're off again. And it's Wingard and stretching out Travis Boak.
Keep going.
He's pumped it. He could have gone longer himself. Guthrie to spoil.
I think he's trying to repay Robbie Gray for the last one.
And the kick ends up in Matthew Stokes' hands in the centre. He goes to Murdoch, who's persisted for Geelong. Missed some chances. In fact, he's kicked 3 behind Jordan Murdoch. Now Steve Johnson.
There's a great quote in the paper today from Darren Burgess.
Quick kick forward from Taylor Hunt. And you can give us the quote now, Jared. Just walk. No, is he going to play on? No.
Let me know.
And you can go now.
Well, the quote was, the body can run much further than you think it can. And right now we're seeing the evidence of that.
Something in that for all of us, I think, Jonas.
Get that on board.
Comes in and puts it through. A couple in a row for the Cats.
Many players have played over the years with fatigue, and fatigue has been a red light for some and a green light for others, and it's when you're playing in fatigue that you get your great advantage. And you see a lot of these Port Adelaide players, they're hoping to take players to fatigue because they're used to dealing with it. And you see them running there, they're just looking for that last 5, 6, 7 minutes of each quarter, because that's when instinctively they believe they've got the hard work and the advantage under the belt.
Well, there is that live ladder after round 6, which will be completed in about 3 or 4 minutes' time. Port Adelaide will be on top. And what a marvellous sight that is, considering the depths this club went just a couple of years ago. And right now they look at really dynamic outfit, and they're going to work their butts off right to the end. Sheringham
again.
Another tackle, relentless pressure, hard running, teammanship, all the great qualities you need in a footy team. Out to the wing, thump back, and Impey, who's still full of enthusiasm. These players on the edge will be desperate to be part of this team. The good news for Geelong is they've got a lot of players out, Jared, that hopefully for them will come back and strengthen the team. Obviously, Mackie Motlop has played a game now, and they decided in the VFL they decided not to play him today.
Well, there's going to be a lot of sides get beltings over here, Hutto, and it's an absolute marathon this season. Geelong have been up for a long time. They've beaten some big opposition. Had a big one last week, and it's they've been booby-trapped here this evening.
The booby trap?
The booby trap at the Portress.
Doing some of your finest work late, Jared. Kick goes back to the middle.
We've been late. It's been all day.
Well, true. He's put in 4 quarters.
Tell you guys, just watching Travis Boak in this last quarter, he is an absolute running machine.
Just there, Tom Hawkins limping, which is not great with 2.5 minutes to go in this game.
It's a massive worry for Geelong. One thing they don't have is many forward reserves. And they made a bit of a box of it there, Hoss. Bartel keeping his feet, trying to keep it in. No, he can't. And Hawkins decides to stay out there, so he's now getting his way to the bench.
He's got the corky, has he?
That's all it is.
Yep.
Hopefully his knees.
Yeah, it's more just like a corky.
Yeah, no mark. And Monaghan and Schultz had a good battle today, haven't they, those two? The ball's come in there enough.
There's the Cats' next 4. That's Tigers at the MCG.
And that's not going to be easy.
No.
It's the Tigers' season next week. Another really bad beating today by Hawthorn. They've got to resurrect something from this first part of the season before the bye. So that won't be easy.
And then Fremantle and North after the bye for the Cats. So a big month ahead.
Corns kicks to the space, perhaps hoping the ball might wobble its way towards the line. He almost got through to Young. And the Cats can take it around the other way. Well, Jared Rivers deciding not to kick to the spare man. He waited instead to some assistance from Guthrie and Varco. Now they decide to move with Dash. Enright got some issues. We got more of them now. Young, will he give? Will he give? No, he wants to give. Oh, he'll give next time.
You got to give, because you get distracted by not giving.
Yes.
He had a look.
Just give. Oh, look, it's an easy shot. He should nail that, no doubt. But the way they've played this last quarter with sharing with each other, it just would have been a nice way to finish it off with around about a minute to go.
Particularly for Chad Wingard.
He was at a big second half, yeah.
And it's deep again. He still might be an opportunity here for Chad.
But it does apply more pressure to you if there's an option to give, and it's an absolute option.
Yeah.
And you elect to take the kick. There's a few extra thoughts going through your mind other than kicking the goal. It's what happens if I miss?
Monday's review, that's what happens when you miss.
Monday's review, straight after the game review.
Jared Polak, one of many terrific stories for Port Adelaide. As we talked about, he became a prize recruit. There was a bit of a battle for his services. His talent was never questioned. He had some injuries, some form issues up in Brisbane. He's back in his home state. And kicking her behind. Swift kick back into play. Down the middle for Guthrie. They deal it around across half-back. Rivers getting adventurous. Varco had to rush the handball, and hence the error. Hartley, what a terrific player he's been. Gave it back this time to Sheringham. To Varco. 9 seconds to go. Got any time for another bit of Stevie J ahead? The ball's about to head in his direction, but it's not going to make it because the siren's about to sound. Delirious fans all the way around this magnificent Adelaide Oval. Port Adelaide with a 40-point win, and the Port Power right now after round 6 are on top of the world.